Okay, today in our review of just generic stuff in geometry, I decided to go back over Unit 3. Tomorrow we will do Unit 4, and I just want to cover a couple things here. So the first one is just general circle review, which one's a major arc, minor arc, central angle. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the minor arc in this case is going to be AB, because it is smaller than a semicircle, which is just half a circle. So I'm going to write that as AB with the arc over it, or you can write arc AB. The major arc is going to be anything that is greater than a semicircle. So here I'm going to do CAB, because if you see CA is a semicircle, however, if I do CAB, it is a major arc. So the thing with major arcs is you have to have that 3 term to let you know it is a lot larger. Or arc CAB. So you can do the swoop thingy, or you can put arc CAB in front of it. Okay, for central angle here, we have a couple of different options. I'm just going to do one, which is angle AOB. The main thing for central angles is that you have to have the center in the middle of the angle. And then semicircle here, I am going to do arc CDA, or I'm going to say arc CBA. You could also do ABC or ADC, whatever. I'm just trying to pick. Okay, so I'm basically just shortening it. Remember, you can name them forwards or backwards, just you need to have that center point mentioned so that you can see that it does go. It's not just this CA, because what if they want it to be this CA? Okay, so you just have to specify that. Now, I want to talk about a few things as far as equal chords in equal circles. So equal chords in equal circles, they form equal arcs and equal central angles, okay? Equal central angles will form equal arcs and equal chords. Now, I do want to point up here, I'm going to put, I am saying form, but it in your book is written as subtend. So when you see that word, that just simply means that it forms. So like if I were to go up here, I could say that angle AOB subtends arc AB, or if I were to draw a chord between A and B, I would say that angle AOB subtends chord, chord AB. Okay, so don't let that word confuse you. I'm not trying to let it confuse you. Your book is not trying to. It's just saying subtend. So subtend means form. Now, unequal chords and unequal central angles are very similar in this. In this one, if it's an unequal chord, the greater chord has a greater angle and arc. So it subtends a greater central angle, or it subtends the greater arc. And then for unequal central angles, the greater angle subtends, so has the greater arc and chord. Okay, that's all that means. So for unequal stuff, larger has larger, smaller has smaller. So the smaller angle has the smaller chord. That's all. You're going to have a couple questions that are here and there that are going to mention things like that. Again, not trying to confuse you. It is simply stating some different forms of comparisons here. Okay, moving on to diameters. So for diameters, I have a little chunk here because I want you to know that it touches on the circle, touches endpoints on the circle. It is a chord. It bisects other diameters. It can bisect chords. So if it is a perpendicular bisector of a chord, that chord can sometimes be another diameter, but if it has to be, they have to perpendicularly bisect each other for it to be a diameter crossing a diameter. Okay, and then finally in Unit 3, I want to talk about some common tangents. So tangents are perpendicular to the circle. As you can see, I put that here. So with this first drawing, and yes, you can see I actually messed up a couple times with my circles. So with this first drawing, these are what are known as concentric circles. Co simply meaning they share it, and centric meaning center. So concentric, so concentric circles. They have no common tangents. So these are 0 right there, because I can't draw a tangent to either of these that will match each of them. Okay, so here we have circles, just 2 circles. They do intersect. However, they're kind of drawn, one is inside of the other. So I can actually really only draw 1 tangent. So this is going to be 1 tangent. An example of 2. Well, there's not really an example of 2. I can give you a couple examples of 3. So this is an example for 3 down here in the bottom right. I can draw a tangent that goes across the top here. I can draw a tangent that goes across the bottom here, but because they do intersect at one point here, I can only draw the one that goes down the middle there. So this is actually 3. So when they're touching, that's only the 3. Oh, I could give you an example for 2. I just didn't draw it on here. If they are intersecting, here, I'll put it in the middle. So if you have 2 circles that actually like intersect like that, they can only have 2. So 1 across the top, 1 across the bottom. So that's an example for 2. And then for here, I've got 2 circles. They're not equal circles. They are a certain distance apart. I don't know the distance. They just are a certain distance apart. I can draw a tangent that goes across the top of both of them. I can draw a tangent that goes across the bottom of them. I can draw a tangent that goes between them this way. And I can draw a tangent that goes between them this way. So that one actually gives me 4 different options for tangents. Okay, I hope this helped with kind of reminding you of some of these words and reviewing some of the different parts of a circle for your exam. You will have an assignment, but it's probably going to be like a picture of a circle, and it's going to say using this circle, name a major arc, a minor arc. So it'll be something that's fairly quick, fairly easy compared to the review lessons you've been doing. So I will see you tomorrow.